All right, so good morning, everyone. We're back with another video. This time, we're going to learn how to convert a quadratic equation from standard form to vertex form. So, let's go ahead and review what we had last time. Last time, we had standard form. We came up with this equation here, where it says y is equal to 3x squared minus 5x plus 1. So to remember that, I'm just going to remember 3, negative 5, and 1. So I'm going to go to my y is equal to 3, negative 5, and 1. Okay. Now, I'm tasked with transforming this standard form equation to something that looks more like this. Now, if you remember your standard form equation, that is as follows. As you can see, we already have an a value. Here's the a value. It's 3. So this is going to be 3. The a value is 3. But we still don't know the h value or the k value. That is what we're trying to find out. Luckily for us, we can use the hint provided in the context. It says it's vertex form. Aha! What is the vertex? Vertex. Well, that is just your hk value. But how do we get the x value of the vertex? Well, we learned this in class. It's the x value, which is the x value of your vertex. That's your h value as well, right? The x value is because it's the first coordinate here, right? That is your x value. But specifically when you're talking about the vertex, it's a special x value. We call that h. So your x value, in this case, it's the h because it's dealing with the vertex. The h value is going to equal negative b over 2a. So there is a negative sign, right? So I'm going to write that. There is a negative sign. We're going to put that negative sign right there, okay? Just to not get it confused. And then there's a b value. Here's my b value. Here's my b value right here. My b value is between the plus and the x. So here's a plus. And when you minus something, it's the same thing as adding a negative, right? If you take away 5, it's the same thing as adding a depth of negative 5. You're still taking away 5. So between the plus and the x, between the plus and the x is your negative 5. That's your b value. Now, your a value is going to be here. It's 3. We already know that a value is 3. So your h is equal to what's negative times a negative? Well, that just makes a positive. So we have positives now, right? We have a 5 over 6. That's your h value. Now, for the k value. Well, the k value is obtained when you plug in your h value into the function. So here's my function. But now this is a function made up of, it's made up of x's, right? Here's an x, here's an x. It's made up of x's. But instead, I'll get my k value if I make it up of h's, right? Specifically the x coordinate of the vertex. If I plug that x coordinate in, I will get my k value. So I'm going to write that h of x, f of h, is equal to, well, that my h value is 5/6. So f of 5/6 is equal to, well, if you're looking up here, we have 3, right? 3 times 5/6 squared minus 5, and instead of the x, I'm going to put the h value, times 5/6 plus 1 equals. So now I have 3 over 1 times 5 squared is 25 and 6 squared is 36 minus 5 times 5 is 25 over 6 plus 1. Now I'm going to do some magic here, and I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator by 3 since they're both divisible by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 36 divided by 3 is 12. We're left with 25 on top. 1 times 25 is 25. 1 times 12 is 12. Minus 25 over 6 plus 1. Now, in order to add these fractions, we must have a common denominator. So I'm going to multiply this one, right, by 2 over 2. Right, and it's still plus. And to this 1, I'm going to multiply it by 12 over 12. Right? We're multiplying the top and bottom by the same number. Essentially, 2 over 2 is 1. We're multiplying that fraction by 1, which doesn't change the fraction. And to that plus 1, we're multiplying it by 12 over 12. 12 over 12 is just 1. And 1 times 1 is just 1, so we didn't change that fraction either. It's just a fancy trick to get common denominators. So then we have we have 25 over 12 minus 50 over 6 times 2, 12, plus 12 over 12 is equal to, well, now we have, what's 25 plus 12? That's 37. And from 37 to 50 is how much? Well, it's 13. But 50 is bigger, and this is negative. So your answer will be negative. Negative 13 over 12. That is your k value. Right? If you follow it up, your k value is when you plug in your f of h. So this is all your k value. Right? So your k value is negative 13 over 12. Now your vertex, right? Now your vertex is equal to, well, my h value is 5/6 And my k value is negative 13 over 12. So if I plug everything into this equation here, if I plug it into here, what do we get? We get y is equal to, what's my a value? A value, as you can see, right, it's going to be right here. This is my a value right here. My a value, right, is 3. Right, so I'm going to plug in a 3 for the a value times x minus, what is my h value? My h value, if you look here, is, this is my h and this is my k. H value is 5/6. Don't forget to square that. And then plus, what's my k value? Negative 13 over 12. And you could just rewrite that. I just want to simplify this part right here. That's 3 times x minus 5 over 6 squared minus 13 over 12. And that is your answer. This is a quadratic equation. You can see it's quadratic by that 2 right here, right? Because that x is going to be squared. So this is my quadratic equation in vertex form. And we're pretty much done.